Hello YouTube. Today I'll be looking at E7 Masters Week 3. Well, I'll be looking at the specific match between Tetsu and Slowly. So, let's take a look. They have a 1-1 record in the regular season, so it'll probably be a good match, I guess. Tetsu bans Bryceria, so I guess this guy's a cleaver or something. Let's see. Very standard picks coming out so far. Lady of the Scales first pick into Varunka Yulha, something we've seen quite a bit. And then Ruel Freerin. So Tetsu likes to play like solo carry Freerin a lot. It's like kind of his style, I guess, and what he's been playing. So makes sense. Nothing out of the ordinary. And then slowly responds with Arya Sigrid. Tetsu picks Tenebria here. Kinda annoying for the opponent. And I guess it's also a book. So, that's pretty cool. And then it looks like Vestavita might come out. Let's see what he ends up picking. Vestavita makes sense. Kinda. He can Soulburn because he has the souls from Freerin and Vestavita, I suppose. And then we need a good last pick from Slowly. Let's see what he ends up picking. Luna. Luna does kind of shut down a lot of Tetsu's team, even though he does have some cleansers, so I imagine he'll probably ban that out. Let's see. So both the last picks get banned. Nothing out of the ordinary. Let's see how the game goes. Okay, Sigrid takes first turn by 2%. So it was pretty close, but you know. Lands every fear and every pushback. So that's pretty good. And then we'll push Arya up, I guess, and proc the Ruel, turn 1. Which is a good thing. Oh wait, Scales woke up. Okay, well his whole team's getting cleansed now, so that's not good. That's the scary thing about playing Sigrid, is if the wrong person wakes up, because they do have a 40% chance to wake up, then you kind of just lose a lot of the value of the character. Obviously, she still provides a lot of tempo, but I mean, yeah, that's like a game-winning swing, I would say. Let's see if Tenebria lands her debuffs. Okay, she lands most of them, but they're all gonna wake up from this if they don't die. I do think a lot of his team will be dead after S3 and S1, especially with Abundance. Who else should S3 here to prolong her scales buff? Yep, everything is very normal. And then Tenebria S2 should come in. Yes. And then what does Arya do? Just hit scales, I guess. You don't really have much of a choice. It's very hard for him to get through this at this point. It's honestly kind of just over. His whole team's about to die, and then it'll just be Arya, who obviously cannot solo this. Sigrid will probably die. Yeah, she'll die to Abundance and Rupture. And then, yeah. Arya will S3, but it's not winnable. Even if he was on counter, it would not be winnable. So I imagine he will let it go soon. Or maybe he'll play it out. Who knows? Oh, that was a pretty good duel. Okay, okay. Wait, let me go. Yeah, how much damage does this do? 11k? Yeah. Pretty good. I mean, Tetsu got the exact draft he wanted to, I'm pretty sure. At least that's what he plays a lot, so got some comfort picks. Which probably wasn't a great idea for Slowly to let him have all that, but you know, now that stuff is out of the way, so maybe Slowly can take it back in the second game. So Tetsu bans more openers and slowly bans Zio and Bunny Dom. So it looks like he's trying to play a mid or something like that. Some extra turn character. Makes sense, I suppose. Genesis Ras. Is he gonna pick Bellion? Bellion. Okay. What is slowly gonna do? Bystander Hua. That's a pretty early bystander Hua. And Conk. So instead of a mid, he's playing Conk, which, you know, I think he is probably very aware that he's a lot faster than Tetsu, which is why he's confident picking this character, even when there's a lot of, you know, speed answers that Tetsu could theoretically have, but I guess we'll see. Renak, so yeah, I mean, Renak has a very big advantage on Conk in terms of base speed. She's much, much faster. And the Veronica comes out. Veronica's an imprint, and it's pretty good against Yen, because you can kind of get a guaranteed cut. Okay. What does Slowly do? Is he going to imprint up as well? I mean, I'd imagine he has to. Vildred and Iseria. Okay. So he's kind of just like picking Iseria, saying that, you know, you have to ban it or this character will win before you, which I don't know if that's true. You know, I mean, Iseria isn't a bad pick here, but I don't think she necessarily just solos Tetsu's team very easily. I don't know. And then another imprint, Coley, comes out. So looks like we're having a bit of a race. Villager and Veronica get banned. So Tetsu is up 12 speed here from imprints alone. And then when you include base speed on top of that, he's up like 20 speed or something. I think it's more than 20 in terms of just like how fast the units are in their base form without gear. So he really should be outspeeding him here. But let's see. Okay. So this guy's really fast, obviously. 98%. So, I mean, there may have been speed RNG involved, but like, you know, 2%. It's like quite a bit. So this guy's really fast, basically. Or Tetsu's just very slow on his Renak. You never know. But I'd imagine he's pretty fast if he was trying to race him with it. So we S3s, and then what do we do from here? Who do we S2? Renak? Thing is, Kong doesn't push back anymore. So this is gonna proc the Coley. Oh, Renak's dead. Does Coley cut? Oh, she does cut. Okay. Proc Gab. This should do a lot of damage. It landed on DN, I think, so that's very good. Everything landed, basically. Okay. And now it's up to Hwayoung. I mean, if he has to kill Ras here, it's over. I think. And he tanks it. So this Hwayoung is fucking buns, basically. Is what we learned. Now it's Bellion's turn. Does this proc Bystander Hua? I don't think so. No, it doesn't. And then, I mean, you just Soulburn Iseria here, and then S3 and GG. Okay, he just chooses the S3 instead for some reason. I don't know why, but I think he should have it anyways. Right. Uh-huh. Okay. Is he going to get a counter here? Let's see. No counter. Okay, yeah, it's over. I don't know why he didn't Raz us too, because I feel like kind of just gave the opponent a chance, even though I think he would have lost no matter what. But maybe a slight misplay there, unless there's something I'm missing. But I mean, he got outsped from a very advantageous position in terms of like who should have outsped. So he still managed to win. So I guess that like Tetsu's just a beast. Slowly, kinda maybe fumbled his draft a little bit, but yeah, I mean that was a very exciting game. And this is the second last week of E7 Masters group stage, so I can't wait to see what Tetsu does after. Well, this is only the first match of this group, I guess, but I think Tetsu did end up making it out, so yeah. Hopefully we can see some more good stuff from him. Thanks for watching. Bye.